I am.
All right, here we go. Solve the triangle. What that means is find everything that's missing. So we need to find angle H. Oh, I think we can do that. How can we find angle H?
Pythagorean theorem. Kidding, that was a joke. I was testing you.
What did you say?
First of all, the Pythagorean theorem does not find angles. The Pythagorean theorem finds sides, and only if you have a 90-degree angle.
60 plus 45
All
minus 180.
triangles are 180. So we've got what here? 105. So that's a 75. So that's easy. Now, we need to find these two sides. Now look, you may not be familiar with this. This is side H. I use a little letter because it is across from angle H. So big letters are the angles, small letters are the sides. So this would be side C. You cannot use SOHCAHTOA. You can't look at this and say sine 60 equals whatever because you don't have a right triangle. So there is no hypotenuse. Got it? No SOHCAHTOA. Instead, we have something called the law of sines. And it is super easy. You do not need to worry about memorizing it. I mean, you will memorize it, but it's so easy it's not even to stress over. The law of sines says that the sine of angle A over side A equals the sine of angle B over side B equals the sine of angle C over side C. It's a big old proportion.
Can this go on a reference sheet?
You can put it there.
Where we need it?
This one's gonna be memorized,
Okay.
but you can put it there.
Braden, you've so
Okay.
many of those questions.
Now, if we're gonna use the law of sines, we have to have a pair. In other words, we have to have an angle and its side. You see what I mean by a pair?
Yeah.
That's where you start. If you have that information, you will use the law of sines. If you don't have that information, you'll do something different, the law of cosines. But we're gonna do the law of sines, so here we go. Sine 45 over 3.7 equals, now pick one, it doesn't matter, pick either one, so sine what?
60.
60 over C. Somebody else might have thought sine 45 over 3.7 equals sine, not sine 60, sine 75 over H. Is that okay with everybody? Both of those are okay?
Yeah.
And as it turns out, we need to solve both of them. Okay, so let's look at the first one you go. How do we solve a proportion? Cross multiply. So C sine 45, C times sine 45 equals 3.7 sine 60. And then keeping in mind that we're solving for C, we're going to divide by sine 45. And then we're going to go to our trusty calculator. And the only caution I have for you is, when you do 3.7 sine 60, close that parentheses. And then divide it by sine 45. 4.53. So side C is 4.53. Everybody okay with that? All right, now let's do this one. We gotta do this one. This is where Royce, in all seriousness, some kids will say, oh, I'll just use the Pythagorean theorem. No, no, no. This is not a right triangle. So we have to do the law of sines again.
Wait, can you say again what you typed into your calculator to get something like that?
3.7 sine 60, close parentheses, divided by sine 45.
Okay.
I've got the next.
Do ya?
How do you get that?
So
Just type in
h
that.
sine 45 equals 3.7 sine 75.
What do you choose? Is that 5.0?
So 3.7 sine 75, close parentheses, divided by sine 45. What did you get for that one? 5.05? Pretty easy? Alright, let's try the next one. This one I didn't draw for you, but it doesn't matter, you can draw it. It's triangle CH something, you make it CHS. And angle C is 40, angle H is 30, and side H is 10.8.
Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay, now, we need to figure out everything else, so what do you wanna do?
110
So S is 110 degrees, that's easy, no brainer. Then here's your pair, right? So sine 30 over 10.8 equals
Sine 40 over.
sine 40, and that would be side C. So sine 40 over C. And then we can cross multiply. And divide. And you should be able to tell me what side C is.
13.8.
Oh, you got me.
13.8. Does that seem okay with everyone?
Yeah.
All right, then we gotta do the last side, so we'll set up our law of signs again. And always go back to the one you started with. Okay, don't use the new one because you rounded that off. So go with the data that you're given. So sine 30 over 10.8 equals sine 110 over S.
It's a sign. Oh, it's C. I think you just did that. I should just call it.
I got 20.30.
Because it's just a pattern. It's just like a.
Is that what you got?
Whoa.
Actually, listen.
Okay,
All
all right,
She's talking.
another one.
I don't need to watch.
Do this one with your partner. Letter C.
We're doing it with our partner. I'll teach you. We're doing it with our partner.
Letter C, we're going now with letter C.
Come on.
Draw your picture,
Draw the picture.
label whatever you can, and then start finding the other things.
No, she went.
Hey, where you put the C, H, and S does not matter. Where you label your angles doesn't matter.
Wouldn't S have to be in between C and H because it's like this big S would be the angle.
Okay, there's only three, so you're gonna have C, H, and S.
Because no degree.
You can have C, S, and H. It's not gonna make one bit of difference. Guys, trust me, 3 points, any order, C, H, and S.
Okay.
Just put them on there.
You know what triangle is. So you have these up. 73 plus 48. Well, so that's 79.
Yeah.
So now we've solved 79 over 19.1. Right here.
So yes, when you're using a lot of signs, it will always be signs.
Because we're starting with the,
Yeah,
we're starting with the
that's
ones that have, like, the one that has
Why
degree in
is
it.
I love the big ones.
It's always cross.
Why am I lost? The big ones are
Jimmy, if you're lost, just hang quick.
I just did it so well.
Cross.
It's all good,
Okay,
Mike.
so now we're at E what, and we need to find H and S. The H doesn't have, no, we don't, we need to find H, we don't have H's right here. So then we're gonna go sine 53 for C over C, because right now we have that's just C, we don't know C. So now we're C sine 79, 19.1 sine 53.
Yeah. So it's
And C will be
right
yes, will equal S.1 sine 53 close divided by sine 79. So 15.5.
Where's your calculator, Brayden?
Where?
Type it in.
That's actually true.
Type it
Contour's
in.
not confusing. I just set up.
Okay, so now you're doing the exact same setup, but for the H. So we have to find H. So we'll go sine 79 again over 19.1, because you just have to use what you started with, equals sine, well, the H is, which is 48, over H. And now we're doing the same thing, cross multiply, divide.
Yeah.
For whatever that.
Let's see.
Did you get 14.46?
What do you cite?
Do we have, any answers yet for side, what, side C?
No, there's.
What do you get for side C?
15.53.
15, I got 5, 4.
I didn't know that we were supposed
Yeah.
to.
15.54.
And then 14.46.
And then, but then it's like a.
14. I know, we're talking about H. The first one's 15.54.
Now,
You have it right.
I know some of you are remaining concerned about where do I put H, where do I put S? Don't worry about it. But what matters is, if you put angle C right here,
It's always a cross.
then that is side C. So put your angles wherever you want, but the sides then have to be matched up. Okay? All right, so I want you, did anybody have a question about these two answers? All right, I want you to go back in your geometry brain for a minute.
Oh gosh.
And this triangle right here, when we were in geometry class, we referred to it as angle, side, angle. Angle, side, angle. Remember that?
Yeah.
And the one we did over here was angle, angle, side. This one was angle, angle,
There's no such
side.
thing as, there's no such thing as size.
And those are congruence postulates and they're fine. But there was one combination of letters that you couldn't use.
ASS.
Remember, it's a bad word? And we are now, you've always wondered, it has nothing to do with being a bad word. Now we're gonna see why it is that that could not be used as a congruence postulate.
Dude, we've worked problems.
Let's look at problem number 2.
That's such a like.
Problem number 2
We'll take a look.
says I have a B, a C, and I guess an A.
What?
82, 17.
Raise the D's.
Remember, where you put angle B doesn't matter, where you put angle C doesn't matter, and you need a third letter, I used A. But make sure the sides are lined up.
Good. She changed that.
This situation is angle, side, side. You see that?
Yep.
That is called the ambiguous case. I'm gonna write it backwards, so no one thinks I'm using backwards. Ambiguous case. And the reason it is called, anybody know what ambiguous means? What's ambiguous mean?
Can't do it.
No,
I don't know, just.
it means it's unclear, it's fuzzy, it's ambiguous. When you are presented angle side side, there can be no triangles, there can be one triangle, or there can be two triangles.
Wait, 0.
Anytime you have angle side side, you're going to have to approach the problem a little differently. Because before you start actually solving, you're gonna wanna figure out, how many do I have? So that's the bad news. The good news is, you see this right here?
You already got one.
That's a pair. And whenever I have a pair, I set up the law of sines. So here I go. Sine 82 over 17 equals what?
We could do C over 15.
Sine C
Sine C over 15.
over 15. That's really all we can do. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we'll cross multiply. What am I gonna divide by? 17. This is a block. That's your variable. Sine C is your variable. So we're gonna divide by 17. And what, I heard somebody say it.
Inverse sign.
Yep, inverse sine. You're gonna inverse sine that fraction because you wanna find the angle. And when we find angles, we do inverse sine.
60.9. 61.
Right, so what did we get? Second sine 15, sine 82, close the parentheses, divided by 17. 60.9, basically. Everybody okay with that?
Yep.
All right, now here's where things are a little different again. So that part is just the same as what we've been doing. I know for sure there's at least one triangle. Right there it is. Okay, we'll see what happens when there's none. I got an answer, so I'm good. Now I need to check to see if there could be another answer. Now I need you to listen, okay? If there is another answer, there's my same triangle. If there is another answer, then the second angle C will always be 180 minus the first one. So this was my first angle. So 180 minus that is 119.1. Okay, so remember, if there is a second one, it is 180 minus the first one. You typed in and got 60.9 as your first angle. So your second one would have to be 119.1. Does anything about this second triangle bother you?
Equal over 180.
Don't these add up to more than 180?
Yeah.
Can that be?
No.
So the second triangle didn't pan out. And so how many triangles were possible? Just one, just the first one. If this angle had come out to be like 80, that would be okay, right? And I'd have two triangles possible. But as it was, I didn't. All right, let's try B. So A is 24 and B is 28.
Oh, we don't even move on.
Nope, it just says how many, oh, then it does say solve them. We're not gonna do that right now. We'll solve this one. I've already raised my.
So we wouldn't do that, what? We don't even have it.
All right, here we go. Can we set up the law signs?
Yeah.
So sine 73 over 24 equals, what do you think?
Sine 28 or sine B over 28.
It was sine angle, so sine B over 28, that's exactly right. And then we're gonna cross multiply. And what are we dividing by? Just 24. Because sine B is your variable. Yep, the only way to find sine B is to second sine 28 sine 73, close parentheses.
Oh, no triangle.
Yeah, no triangle possible. No triangle possible. Your calculator will tell you when you got a bad problem. We got a bad one here. Doesn't even exist. Not possible.
Well, yes, it's your.
All right. One more.
Dude, how do you get 1 point? Second sine 28 sine 73 close divided by 24.
Is that 18?
I think so.
What's the top one?
Make it whatever you want.
Let's go B.
All right, what's my setup? Sine
It's 32 over 10.
32 over 10 equals sine
BK over 18.
over 18.
Yep.
Cross multiply. And I don't care if you skip some steps in here, like you've done several of these, you kind of get the hang of it. Just make sure you're doing it right. Second sine, 18 sine 32 divided by 10. Oops, I got an answer. Right? Did you?
Yeah.
So A could be 72.53. But I gotta check to see,
It's lower too.
if there is another A. If there is another A, it is 180 minus the first one. So let's see, what would that be? 107.47. Now we're gonna go ahead and solve both of these because I forgot to solve the first one. That's okay, you know how to do it. But are you okay at this point? You understand there's two problems. Okay. So let's come back to our original. Can we find angle B in our original triangle? Can we find angle B? Yep, 180 minus those two. 75.47. I'm working in the first triangle now. So I used my calculator to find this. I erased the setup here, but we found that one. Added these up, subtracted from 180. Now I still need to find side B. So I'll say sine 32 over 10 equals sine 75.47 over B. Is that okay? So then I'll cross multiply and divide. Now you're not second signing on this one. because your variable is B. So you're just typing it in. What'd you get for B? That's what I got. Thank you.
Wait, why'd you say we did do, second sign again?
Because B is your variable, not sign B. All right, we're not done. Remember, there was a two triangle problem, so now we gotta do this one. So can we find our other angle B? I got 40.53.
What is minus those two?
Yeah, I added these two, subtracted 2 So someone help me set it up so I get side B.
Sine 32
Yep.
over 10.
Very good.
And then sine 40.53 over B.
Perfect, Alden. Perfect.
Oh,
Because we have to solve the perfect.
Yes, we have to solve both triangles, so it's kind of a pain in the butt, but we have to solve for both of them.
1.4.
I got 4.27.
Oh, I did 4.5 now, 40.5.
Now, what kind of problems do I have to worry about all this? I don't worry about all this usually.
Only ASS.
Only if it's ASS problems. And if you draw the picture, you'll see ASS. You'll see it. And if it's that, then you gotta have your radar up, because you might have 2, you might have 1, you might have 9. All right, let's go to problem 3. Observers 2.32 miles apart. See this balloon, and that angle's 28, and that angle's 37. And we want to find the altitude
That's nice.
of the
I was
balloon.
gonna use it too. No, I'm saying this like
Now, we are now big kids, so we are used to multi-step problems. This is gonna be a multi-step problem. What? Let me get this out of here for a minute. Is there anything I know about that triangle there that I don't have labeled? I know that angle, right? How big would that angle be?
115.
Okay. Now, I don't need this as far as my answer goes, but could I now, because of this right here, could I now find either side A or side B? Could I find either one of those now?
Yes, we
Yeah.
can.
All right, so pick one, doesn't matter.
B.
B?
Yep.
So my formula is gonna be sine 115 over 2.32 equals sine 37 over B. All right, ahead and cross multiply there. And did you get anything?
Not yet.
Not yet?
1.5.
1.54, yep. That is not the answer to the question. Remember, the answer to the question was this right here. This is the altitude of the triangle. Right? But now, look at what we got, kids. Look at what we got. This is a right triangle. Can I say something like sine 28 equals x over 1.54? In other words, sine equals opposite over hypotenuse? Remember, you can only do that in a right triangle, and that is a right triangle. Why couldn't I do it right from the start? Because I didn't have the side. So I had to first of all do the law of sines to get the side. And then I'll solve that. 1.54 times sine 28. 0.72.
No.
So we always do the degree over the, or like it'd always be like the sine, so it would always be the b over the.
Did anybody else get 0.72?
Wait, why is it actually that? It's high seven.
Opposite over hypotenuse.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm looking, if you just look at it like this.
On the paper, where you have integer sentence, it says it's about 0.7.
Yeah, I got 0.72. Yeah.
We're in the home stretch.
All right, next. Come on, do not lose focus.
No, check out.
All right, two meteorologists are 25 miles apart. On an east-west road. A spots a tornado 38 degrees east and north. B sights it at 53 west and north. Find the distance from each meteorologist to the tornado. So X, Y, and, oh, I guess they used B and A. B and A, and the height of the tornado.
Minus 38
Yeah.
We could definitely do 90 minus 38 for this triangle. So what is that?
It's
52?
I feel like I do 37.
And we can do the same thing over here,
So
37.
good.
Tomorrow.
But man, it's,
Wait, can you explain it? Oh,
let's alternate interior.
The next.
No, this makes a right angle.
Tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Now, let me get this out of here for a second. If that one's 52 and that one's 37, how much is this one?
91.
Maybe 90.
91.
91?
Whoa.
So see what you got right here? Now you're ready for the law of sines. Quit yawning. Sine 91 over 25
Come on.
equals sine 37 over B. So let's see if we can all find B. What did you get for B?
I'm just waiting for someone else to shut the guy.
That's just gonna tear up the phone.
I got 15.05. Can I have some kind of confirmation?
15.05.
Yeah.
We don't.
And then I'm gonna do exactly the same thing. Find the other side.
Why do you even find both sides?
Because it says, find the distance from each meteorologist to the tornado.
We didn't have to, because we only find one for the last one, just because we were
Yeah,
only there.
because that was the question.
No, we normally end that Friday at like 5:45.
You probably didn't do very good. You guys just
I got 19.70 for that one.
You probably didn't do very well, but they're like.
It's like five,
So now,
You probably did right.
Yes.
You're
So now, I'm gonna answer the last question,
He's underperforming.
which is,
At least.
how high is
But then they
the
still move
tornado?
mines, they're like, listen.
They did my ceiling and we had H, but that was for sure.
So I can look right here
So we'll take it.
and say sine 52 equals
So it's not like I can say
x over 1505.
who's not performing.
Or I can go over here and say sine 37 equals x over 19.7. $11.86.
well, I got
They're
it.
one to one. They're one to
All right, one more problem,
No.
we'll be done.
Let's stop here so it works now. We'll do that one, which is problem.
Two lighthouses, okay, so here's the picture. So this is 52, this is 33, this is the ship,
Oh.
this is B, this is A, this is 20. Okay, what do I wanna know? Find the distance from the ship to each lighthouse. So maybe this is X and this is Y or something, or there's the ship, lighthouse A, lighthouse B.
Could you do like small cities?
What is
Not all
one?
the variables.
What?
Could you do small cities?
Yep, absolutely.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, so what's it gonna look like? First of all, 52 and 33 make 85, so this is 95. So sine 52 over x equals sine 33 over 20. This right here is your key, folks. Did you see that? That's your key. When you see that, you're gonna immediately do the law signs. All right, let's cross multiply. So what's that, x? 28.94. And then sine 33 over 20 equals sine 95 over 1. I hope you are working along with me.
Is it actually that nice? Is it on Saturday?
36.58.
What's the answer?
They're both the answer. You're finding both of them. All right, we got homework, 5 guys, due on Tuesday. The next one after that.
How are you? So,
Class on Tuesday.
Sunday.
Don't stand up until lunch.
Yeah.
Well, we're playing.
And I'm sitting on her.
Do a.
She never pulls cigarettes.
Which is the app that you can see.
She never pulls cigarettes.
Great.
Me and Laura do.
I
Never
mean, I've been the first one to say that, it's not.
I guess he sent a video of his mom to
It's his favorite.
and she was like,
Yeah,
I'm like, even that, I don't trust.
Always says
It comes out of someone from the last engagement.
Yeah, and someone broke
Yeah, they could be.
Stand up guy. It looked like a car.
It
was unmoving.
Jacob has before.
Why are we not? Why are we not? You feel better?